Well, that yawn was brought to you by 4C Live. Yes, 4C Live
Or
for all of your.
yeah, that's right. But right,
Now, if you watch WrestleMania, you know we're ready to do some commercials. Ken, why don't we have more commercials on the show? Let's really sell out.
yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We just sell some advertising space. Anybody out there have a company they want to advertise on 4C Comics Live?
Heck yeah. Or we'll just make up our own we'll make up our own like we'll do random commercials for Roswell for Bill and
Yeah, just
there you
just
go.
just random stuff. Oh,
If
welcome
we sell
everybody.
it, they will come.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. For those of you who have joined us, we haven't been here in a minute. Been busy. We've only done like one show in the last 2 months. We can only hope. Oh, Jeff's not here, so we're talking wrestling. We were actually talking wrestling a little before before we started, and I was gonna say to Becker, watching WrestleMania, there wasn't a lot of wrestling going on.
Not
A
a
lot
ton
of
of it.
entrances that took way too long, and commercial breaks, and all kinds of stuff. And I was thinking back to when I used to watch wrestling as a kid. I used to watch, for those of you who were from Jersey, it was on Channel 9 at midnight after harness racing.
Would it have been WWF?
It was WWF, World
Okay.
Wrestling Federation. Yeah. I can remember when
Well,
Vince,
when Vince Senior owned it, it would have been WWF.
yeah, it might have been when I first started watching it, but I mean, but Vince was like he was a commentator. He used to interview the guys in the before the matches and stuff like that. And but when they came out, it was basically there was no music or anything like that. The ring announcer would just announce them as they came out. So you never knew who was going to be. You never knew who was on the card or anything. It was just a matter of the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
From parts unknown. George, the Animal Steel.
So what year would you have started watching wrestling? Like
Probably
had to guess.
late 70s. So
So right before the national expansion.
when I started watching, the heavyweight champion was a guy by the name of Superstar Billy Graham.
Oh, okay.
And Billy Graham lost to Bob Backlund.
Yep. And then Backlund held it for
Backlund had the title for 100 years. It seemed like, and the funny thing was, is you almost never saw him on TV. I mean, if Bob Backlund ended up on TV twice a year,
Iron Sheik took it off him, right?
Well, no, actually, yes, the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund, and then I think it was like 30 days. They introduced Hulk Hogan and beat Sheik. It was like instantaneous. It was really fast. I mean, Backlund lost the title to the Sheik, and then they brought in Hulk Hogan, who was going to redeem Bob Backlund for the atrocities that the Iron Sheik had caused, and then he beat the Sheik.
How do you like Gorilla Monsoon stories? Because I have a book that I think you might dig.
Some from the old days.
Yeah, the Gorilla Monsoon book the biography is really good. I also love how like Gorilla, because without him, Vince doesn't get WWF. Like he was patient and because he owned a piece of Vince Senior's business.
Okay.
And so that's why Vince would never get rid of him because Gorilla was loyal to him. But there are just stories of like Gorilla Monsoon didn't leave the house without like 20 grand on him in the 1980s.
Wow.
Because maybe I want to buy something.
He's not wrong. I can remember the first time when when Jimmy Snuka came out, and he acted like he was like a a savage Islander kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't speak for like 2 years, and when he jumped off the top rope and did the I mean, now everybody does frog splashes, but at the time when he did that, it was the most amazing thing I had ever seen. George Animal Steel biting turnbuckles and ripping them apart. And Ivan Putski would blow up water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was great stuff.
Do you remember Ken Patera? Would he have been on?
The strongest man in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone back and watched a lot of that.
Offensica, the Wild Samoans.
The Wild Samoans.
And then you had,
but anyway, what was it? So for what you did like, let's talk about what we liked. What was your match of the weekend?
I mean, the ladder match was pretty amazing. For the Intercontinental title.
Probably wouldn't have been my favorite match of the weekend, but
I mean, the Roman Reigns and CM Punk was a really, really well done match. I kind of like the way that they scripted it, where Punk kind of gassed out, couldn't go anymore. I like that. And Obafemi, I mean, as dominating as it was, I mean, for two guys at that size to be doing the spots that they were doing,
I didn't expect him to go over like he did. I thought he would win. I had predicted to my friends, I think Oba's winning.
Yeah.
But I didn't think, like, he dominated the offense, except for that brief period where Brock took him outside the ring. Like, he dominated the offense.
Yeah. And
we've never seen Brock Lesnar thrown around like that. And Brock never got over on him in the whole story leading up to this. Like, I don't know if you watch Raw, but Brock never got over on Oba once.
Yeah, I watched Raw. I saw him when Oba first came out, and Brock completely he jobbed him. I mean, he did it.
Yeah,
he just did it.
I'm sick of Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I'm sick of all of these outsiders, the Pat McAfee thing and the Jelly Roll, and all these guys who I mean, I think they're trying to get back to like WrestleMania 1 when they had like Cyndi Lauper and Muhammad Ali and all those guys, but they didn't participate in the matches. Who's Jen?
I think he meant to write Ken. What's up, Mike? That's my buddy Mike.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, there was quite a few moments where they didn't fully swerve me, but I wasn't for certain things were going to happen the way they did. I really thought Randy Orton was going to win.
I thought Randy Orton was going to win too.
And Cody looks like he lost. I mean, man, he's got some battle damage on his face.
They said he has an orbital bone injury.
Yeah, so, well, it looks like it.
How great would it have been if his eye popped out during WrestleMania? Now that would have been a WrestleMania moment.
Poor Cody. His booking has just been the storytelling behind Cody for a while now has been not great.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me
where we go.
It's funny. We were talking about, old school. He almost reminds me a little bit of Bob Backlund. I mean, Bob Backlund was, the squeaky clean, as much as Hogan was eat your vitamins and stuff, but Backlund was a squeaky clean kind of guy,
and people got sick of him.
And I think that's where Cody's going right now, is that people are just sick of the Barbie haircut and, his suits and, they're just sick of it. And, him winning these matches.
I'm excited to see what they do with Obafemi, though. Like, they got the rocket on him now.
And the other thing is, Becker, there was a time in wrestling when if you hit your finisher, no one kicked out of it. That was the part. That's why it's called the finisher. It finished the match. Finishes don't matter anymore. I mean, how many GTSs did Roman take yesterday? 3. and still won the match.
Yeah, at least 2 that I can think of.
They shouldn't even call them finishers because nobody.
Yeah,
It does it anymore.
The old school would have said to protect your finish.
Yeah.
Murdoch said, "Is his booking worse than in the AW? Oh, WWE or AEW? I mean, there were outside forces kind of working against him at AEW, so it's hard to judge that. I mean, he was playing essentially the same guy, and in both places they got sick of him. But AEW's got more of the internet smart fans that know everything. Like they know what happened in GCW, they know what happened in Japan. You know what I mean? Like they're getting up to the minute information. These are the guys that watch more wrestling than anybody, and they rejected Cody hard. Like I'll never forget the moment when he had a feud with Aleister Black. He throws his belt out into the crowd like he would still do for big matches. He gives his belt away, his weight belt, you know, and the fan threw it back at him.
Like when somebody hits a home run in your
yeah, like at a Yankees game, like a Yankees crowd level he had. And the look on his face when it happened, like honestly, like I felt so bad for him.
Yeah,
it turned me onto his side because I was like, my God, like he's trying to be nice to you people, and you're just shitting all over him.
Speaking of, anybody's wondering where Jeff is, he's at the Nationals game
again.
Yeah, I think he's.
Isn't that like multiple Tuesdays now where he's going to ball games?
I know. Not
to 4C.
Exactly. We're gonna have to have a sit down.
Yeah,
we're gonna
have his people call my people.
In the 4C world, I will be leaving for Calgary tomorrow. So I will be in Calgary from tomorrow until next week. I do have a lot of stuff ready to ship, so my wife is going to do her best to try to get a lot of that stuff out. We shipped a bunch of stuff last week. I did a pop-up Whatnot show on Saturday because they had free commissions. I had forgotten all about it, and I have tons and tons and tons of Simpsons stuff. So the Japanese art commission, all that stuff's going out, man. All that stuff's
so you have it. It's headed out. It's headed to Murdoch.
Right. Everything's got labels basically, except for a handful of pieces. But yeah, no, it's all. I would say 90% of it is going to be shipped by the end of the week. So I also got Kagan McLeod stuff in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's one person, the guy who got the Hellboy.
The Hellboy.
I don't have an email address. I don't have an email address. I got nothing. So until we find this guy, I own this, and I don't want this.
Well, I might want it. Screw this guy.
And then there was an extra piece Kagan threw in there.
Oh, is that available?
It will be. It will be. So yeah, a couple little art pieces. We got and I was supposed to be with Kerry and Scott Hanna, but unfortunately Scott had to cancel, so it'll be just me and Kerry in the Calgary. So there might be some opportunities for some Kerry stuff this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how the show's going.
Where are you going?
Calgary.
Yeah, Alberta, Canada.
Alberta. I was hoping to go see a Flames game, but they're this is the last weekend for hockey, and unfortunately, I can't catch any of the games. So what are you gonna do? I need to get some there. But we will also have a couple sketch shows we're going to be doing. Omar Rodriguez, who we represent, the photorealistic artist.
Marcus got my.
He's going to
got my comment. Thank you. I was watching the comments. I was like, is anybody going to get what I just did? From Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
So yeah, so we're gonna have Omar on, and we're also gonna have Manuel Lupacina is going to be coming on to do some sketching.
Okay.
So we will have some more sketch shows coming up. Mark Texera, before anybody asks me, he's just about done. I mean, he's just got one or two pieces to finish. If he might even be done with it. He's actually been doing some extra pieces because he wants to do a sketchbook. But it's Mark. So although it's done, I still have to get him to ship it. So I will be, I call him basically every day to try to get in touch with him. He called me yesterday and I missed the call. And then I called him right back. And of course he didn't answer. So, you know how that stuff goes. But the stuff is done. We'll be getting it.
But yeah, I wasn't going to highlight that one.
Benoit. I was a fan of that cat when he used to wrestle until,
yeah, right up until the end there.
Until the end there. So I'll be in Calgary, and then after Calgary, I have a bit of a reprieve until I go to Oklahoma and then Denver. And then it starts up pretty heavy after that. Then we got Heroes. San Diego, not far after that. What do we got?
Don't highlight it.
Oh yeah. Congratulations to your kid for getting into National Honor Society. Very good, very good.
Heck yeah. Somebody mentioned it earlier. Did you see the video of CM Punk knocking that camera out of the guy? Supposedly guy was taking creepy pictures of the wrestling ladies, like from creepy angles and stuff. And CM Punk got in his face and slapped his camera. But all I've seen is that he slaps the cam. Like, I don't see anything that leads up to it. It just, the video starts with him walking up on the guy. And
yeah, I've seen that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big CM Punk fan. So
weird part that popped me in it is that Ace Steel, his CM Punk's best friend, trainer, Chicago Midwest independent wrestler, works for the WWE now. He broke the fight up. Like he's the one pushing Punk out of it. Like, hey, let it go. Like moving him back. But he's wearing a Standard jacket, and the Standard is a Kansas City wrestling stable that includes Ace Steel. So that's why he's wearing it, because he's a member of the Standard. Jeremy Wyatt, who still wrestles and is kind of becoming a baby face. But when I started going to Kansas City wrestling, he was well cemented as a heel. And then Michael Strider, who's retired and previously, until recently, owned CSW. But anyway, I was like, hell yeah, the Standard. I've seen that jacket for sale.
Nice.
So, yeah. Always pops me when there's a Kansas City connection.
I'm sure I told you the story about when I was at a convention 20 years ago. And we were hanging around with the Iron Sheik, and then his handler comes over and says, "Let's go talk to," because the Ultimate Warrior was there. So let's go over and talk to the Ultimate Warrior. And the Sheik didn't really want to, but his handler was kind of like insisting, no. So he goes over there, and the Ultimate Warrior totally like he could give a shit, like he. The Sheik lost his mind. He started smacking his handler.
Oh, you were at that. I think we've had this conversation.
Yeah,
because that video went viral, and I think you said you were there, like you were standing there.
Standing right there. When it happened, we were almost pissing our pants. Couldn't believe it. The Sheik was crazy. That guy was. Yeah. He was nuts.
You humble, Bubba.
Yeah. Yeah. We were in Cleveland. I'm checking in a hotel in Cleveland, and I'm with one of my guys, and the Sheik's behind us, and my guy turns around and starts talking to him, and he asks him for a picture, and Sheik turns to me and says, "Do you want me to put him in Camel Clutch?" And I said, "Yeah." And then my wife's like, "No, I don't want to." Then he turns to me and he goes, "Want me to choke his ass out?" I said, "Sure." And he grabbed him by the throat. This is online waiting to check in at a hotel. The Sheik is choking out my buddy.
I told you about my Roddy Piper story, right? My friend sent me up.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I didn't realize that it was a thing that if you requested Roddy Piper at a photo op to put you in a sleeper hold, he cinched it for real. And I didn't know. Like, I thought, my buddy goes, "You know what? You should," as I'm walking up to get, like, because we were all taking turns, obviously it's a line, get to the head of the line. They get your phone to take the picture, and it's like, Roddy's like, "Oh yeah, come on up," and he's like, "Yeah." My buddy's like coaching me. He's like, "You should ask him to put you in the sleeper." And I was like, "Hey, will you put me in the sleeper hold?" And his face lights up, and this should have been my warning. And he's like, "Absolutely." And yeah, that picture is of me about to pass out.
I think I'm going to get Tom Richmond to draw a picture of Roddy Piper holding you in a sleeper hold.
Just, yeah, it's rough, man.
We'll make T-shirts and give them to Scotty.
Because I remember thinking like, "Oh, wow, he's really getting a hold of me." And then I was like, "Oh, dang, like I can't breathe." And what are you going to do? Like, I had no, at that point, you're done.
I don't know if we talked about it much. Did we talk about the fact that when I was wearing your the T-shirt with your face on it?
Oh, I think we might have talked about. I don't know.
Did we talk about how?
Yeah, Ken's trying to. Yeah, Scotty wants a Becker shirt apparently, so Ken's making.
I'm hoping to get one. We'll give it to him at the Heroes.
But yeah, I did not pay extra for that, Marcus. It was just no. Just got set up.
So was it bad?
I mean, like, legitimately, the picture sucks because my head is like angled down, because he's fully got me. I mean, you can tell it's kind of me, but it just looks like some dude choking, and it looks like Roddy Piper choking a guy.
That's great. Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm trying to think any other wrestling. So funny enough, we were talking about him, CM Punk. It was when he was well retired. I've met him a few different times, but my best interaction with him was right after like Drax #1 came out. When he did that Drax the Destroyer series with Cullen Bunn, they wrote it together. Punk, it was before the 2016 baseball season. So I don't know if it was at the end of 2015 or very early in 2016. But I was wearing a Cubs jersey to meet him. Got my Drax #1 signed. And then right after that, I went to his photo op to get a picture with him. And so we remembered because we talked about comic books. We talked about the Cubs. Nobody had been at his booth. Like, by the time I was coming in at the end of his signing, he was kind of just milling about. And I was like, "Are you still signing?" And he was like, "Yeah." Got my book signed. Talked to him about baseball for like 10 minutes. We talked about the Blackhawks, talked all sorts of Chicago stuff and comic books. Then I go up to get the picture, and I wish I would have done it because I bet he didn't weigh as much as in my head I thought he might. We get the picture, but when I show up, he's like, "Boss, it's you again." And I was like, "Yeah, man, what's up? Ready for a picture?" And he goes, "Well, do you want to give me a piggyback ride for it?" And I was like, "Oh, do I?" I was like, "No." And so we just took a regular picture. But if I could go back, I think I could have handled it.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't want to drop Mr. Brooks.
You jump on your back and you give him a Samoan drop.
Yeah, just go straight back, take him out.
That'd be fantastic.
He's old, he's hurt, and he works with children.
Yeah, yeah.
I quoted that so much when he did that post conference when he was having that feud with the Young Bucks in real life when he was in AEW, and reporters were asking about it, and he was just eating that muffin while guzzling sparkling water, and he finally just says, "You know what? I'm old, I'm hurt, I'm tired, and I work with children." Anybody who works in their mid 40s or 50s, like I feel like that's our mantra, right? Like I'm old, I'm hurt, I'm tired, I'm cranky, work with kids, it sucks.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
But then but then you got to throw in the nerd factor because we get all.
Emilio.
What's he say?
That's how I felt at my old job. Yeah, I feel like it's very relatable.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
I don't know if I don't think CM Punk's the toughest guy in the world. I mean, his UFC career proved that, but I think he could more than easily handle me. So,
well, he's the best in the world.
He is the best. That's what they tell him. That's what his shirts say.
You know what I don't like is like he does that whole shtick when he comes out and he says, isn't it great that it's a Monday night and we're put town name in here? It's like that's just cheap.
It's cheap pop, yeah.
Cheap.
But I like when he does it's clobbering time. I like that he's a comic book fan. Danhausen and him doing those skits at cons and stuff with Danhausen trying to get him to buy him comics and stuff. I think it's great. I think like all that stuff's fun.
Danhausen, that was funny at WrestleMania. What happened?
Old Pepsi Phil, yeah.
Yeah, I got to meet Danhausen a couple of times because of the comic that Bill did.
The cover of Bill.
He's a nice guy. I remember the first time I saw him, I was just like, "Really? You're a wrestler?
You're a wrestler? Yeah."
He's like the guy from Ace Ventura who strapped to the Obafemi's back.
I mean, he weighs probably 140 pounds. So
I mean, seriously, he's probably 5'8", 5'9".
If even that.
Yeah, he's a tiny guy. A nice guy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he's got a funny shtick. So that's you gotta have a shtick.
There are a lot of people like in the chats. I know Jim Cornette's fan base wants it to happen. There are people calling for Danhausen with Svengoolie retiring. They want Danhausen to replace him.
Wow.
I could see it. I mean, I think he would understand the assignment. You know what I mean? Like, I think he would know how to do that job, and they are friends, so it would make sense. I don't mind Gwen. I like Gwen Gooley. Nazi, he's all right. I don't really care for the imp guy, but maybe I just haven't seen enough of him. That crew is weak, is what I'm trying to say. Like, Gwen's fine. She's the girl. I mean, it's fine, but I really don't like them as a crew.
Yeah.
Like, if the plan is to have them replace Sven, I don't think that's the answer.
And Svengoolie he's an old dude. I saw him in Chicago like 2 years ago, and he's an older cat. So yeah, who knows?
Well, he's winding it down because like this last Halloween of the new shows they had, 2 of the 4 were with the Sven crew hosting and not with Svengoolie. Like, I don't know why he wasn't in those episodes, but he wasn't.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is Scott Shaw and Bill Morrison love that guy.
Yeah, they do. Bill Morrison and Scott Shaw they both worked on Svengoolie comics too.
He did? They did. We don't have a lot of Svengoolie comics, but we probably sell, if we have them, we sell them at shows every time.
Christopher Bacon making an appearance. Charlexa got robbed. Oh yeah, what did anybody care that Paige is back? Do people like Paige still? With the Bellas, no less.
I mean, how long is this Charlotte Alexa Bliss thing gonna last anyway?
I don't know.
And does anybody believe that Alexa Bliss is gonna do anything to Charlotte Flair? She's half her size. Literally. Half her size. Well, Charlotte Flair's kind of big. So same thing with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I mean, that shelf life is coming up too.
I never realized Bacon was so invested in Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. When did this start?
I like Alexa Bliss, but I mean, what's she gonna do to Charlotte Flair? Gnaw her ankles? I mean, seriously. I like Alexa Bliss. I think she's good.
Bacon's going angry quick. Like he is a short fuse, that Christopher Bacon.
It's that wrestling gets them all fired up.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize they're a team, Bacon.
They're a team. They're a team for the moment. I'm telling you. It's just
none of the women's tag teams are really well developed. Like I didn't really care about that match. I didn't care who won.
I think the most developed tag team is probably Asuka and Kairi Sane.
I'm sober. You wouldn't
like Kabuki Warriors.
Sober. I think the problem is you don't like you when you're sober, Bacon, and that's why you're angry.
The Kabuki Warriors are probably the best female tag team. The most established.
That's still a thing?
Well, not really. Not anymore.
Truth. Oh, Christopher.
Oh, Bacon. Anyway. All right. Yeah. I think that's enough.
Enough wrestling talk. No.
That's enough. I think I gave an update pretty much on just about everything that's going on in the world of 4C. We'll be opening up commission lists for Heroes. I was hoping to do it yesterday, but I'm waiting for.
Who do y'all got at Heroes?
Well, we got a lot. I mean, we have some people sharing the booth with us. So like Yoshi's bringing Aoki, who did the Spider-Man Shadow Warrior manga book. So that's going to be pretty cool. Brian Benjamin, Yoshi will be bringing.
Always good.
Yep. And then, Jason from Captured is going to have Martin Zavala is going to be there.
Okay.
So he always does pretty well. Jason is also bringing. Hold on, he's also bringing Martin Simmons.
Okay.
He's one of the, I think the co-creator of Department of Truth. I think it is. Aaron Bartling and Cameron Johnson.
Hell yeah.
And then on the 4C side, of course, we have Bill Morrison. We're going to have David Silverman will be there. Mike DiCarlo, Kerry Gamble, and Omar Rodriguez.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah. So we're gonna have a booth. We're gonna have a booth.
This is for Heroes Con.
Yeah. Yeah. And the commission list will be for Bill, for David, for Kerry, for DiCarlo, and for Omar, and possibly Eddie Barrows. That's who I'm waiting for pricing on from Eddie.
Alrighty.
Hopefully, no later than early next week, we'll have those commissions open. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, rocking and rolling. I get to spend my week in Canada. Canada, eh?
So sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
I like Calgary. I had fun in Calgary.
Said no one ever.
It's going to be a little colder than I want, but you know. That's where I bought my my jean jacket last year in Calgary. When I showed up to Calgary with no jacket. I forgot it. I got on the plane. I landed in Montreal and I landed on Montreal. And I remember I actually texted Bacon and I was like, "What the hell, dude? Everything's in French. I can't get it. I don't know where anything is." And then I realized I didn't bring a jacket. And then from Montreal flew to Calgary.
Everybody's defending Canada, but the one person I was trying to gaslight, Christopher Bacon, didn't make a single peep.
He's probably not watching.
Yeah.
He got upset about Charlexa.
There he is. Late to the party.
So yeah, so I ended up having to go out and buy a jacket. So because I didn't bring one with me.
Jason Harris, yes, he did give an update on the Japanese art. It's headed out.
It's all packed up. Well, it's not packed up, but the labels are printed.
Well, with Jason, can't you just ride by his house and like attach it to a brick and throw it through his window?
You'd think. But yeah, it's possible.
Isn't he close enough to where you can just chuck it onto his lawn at 2 a.m.?
2 a.m., yeah. Just stick it in his mailbox.
Yeah. Take that, Harris.
Take that. Here's your 3 Silver Surfer commissions for. Oh man. Anyway, but that's about it, guys. Hopefully next week we might be back with an artist. I'm going to work on that over the next few days. Tomorrow's basically just a travel day for me. I'll basically be flying from I take off at 9:15 a.m. here, and I don't land until 5 something in Calgary, which is basically like 8 o'clock my time. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Long day of travel.
Well, safe travels, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys. See you next week. Slacker Jeff.